All right. Our digital transformation journey has started quite a while back, and it's been accelerated by the onset of COVID. And we had to do this to enable the sitting of the House to deliberate business for the government and to pass bills to support the running of the government. I must say that this process actually started in somewhere around 2020, where we had to actually ensure that we support the sitting of the House in time of COVID, as the sitting of the House was actually done remotely most of the time. And this had to be done in quite a very, very efficient and digitized way in order to avert the spread of COVID amongst the members of them. So what we did actually, so from the inset, I think it's clear that the vision of our parliament is to be a model legislature for democracy and good governance. And on that back foot, we created our ICT vision, which was to be a smart and modern ICT for achieving a transformed, responsive, and inclusive legislature by 2030. Our mission as ICT was to enable timely delivery of efficient, smart, and secure ICT services through innovation, interoperability to meet the aspiration of members of parliament, staff, and various partners of the National Assembly of Zambia. These are some of the strategic objectives that we've been working on, and I'll pass through them, and perhaps I will now delve a bit more to talk of what it is that we've been doing based on the strategic objectives that we set up previously. And this strategy will run us as a department up to 2026 from the time we set it up. This, I must say also that this also got support from top management. That includes the clerk of the National Assembly, as well as the Speaker of the National Assembly, aware to and alive to this ICT strategic plan that we have. And actually, most of our budgets actually are based on what is contained in the strategy, because this is the promise that we made to our top management on how we deliver services to enhance and enable the running of Parliament using digital ways and means. So the first strategy is improve and strengthen the legal policy and ICT security frameworks of the National Assembly of Zambia for the use of ICT tools and e-services in alignment with legal instruments. That is the legal instruments we're talking about here, amendment of the standing orders to use the ICTs, these digital ways in the House. This has been achieved. We've deployed most of the development that we're doing. Actually, we do in-house development. We've got a development team. And most of the processes, actually, we digitize them using our own resources through the development team. And we work together with the other stakeholders within the institution that support the running of the House in terms of conducting business on the floor of the House. And we develop solutions that actually help us to run the House in a digitized way. We also looked at reviewing and enhancing the PSOP. What we call the PSOP is the Parliamentary Information Standard Operating Procedure, in line with the best international standards, such as COBIT, ITIL, ISO. We've also developed a social media policy just to support the running of the House. That is, when the House is sitting, how are we able to reach out to the public? So we use some social media platforms to actually broadcast and televise the proceedings of the running of the House. Also, we've looked at, from this strategy, we've looked at the design cost benefit analysis models for ICT budget financing, where we look at how are we going to finance our budgets in line with delivering digital transformation as aggressively as we would like to, and achieve the same within the period up to 2030. So we've actually looked at ways in which we can work with partners, work with our central government in financing some of the ideas we'd like to implement, and digitize some of the policies and workloads that we have within the institution. We've also we looked at increasing collaboration with various partners in the ICT sector to achieve good practices in line with national and international standards. We are part of the ICT national body within Zambia. We are also part of the ISACA body, that is the one that looks at a lot of policies, policy formulation, and trying to align these to how we do business within the National Assembly of Zambia. And then we also attend local and international workshops, meetings and conferences to deal with innovative use of ICTs and see how best we can benefit in trying to achieve our ICT strategy goal. We also looked at how would we improve our ICT infrastructure and our human resource to support the efficient service delivery of ICT services to our members of parliament, staff, and the public. And this actually has been achieved. We've actually invested quite some significant amount of money in our ICT infrastructure. We've propped it up to support quite a number of digital transformation activities that we've planned to do along the way. And we've also gone into the public to actually recruit people with the actual technical expertise that would help us to bring forth the change that we'd like to see. And this is currently happening. Using the same strategy, we've actually operationalized our business continuity plan, and it's actually in effect and it's serving us very well. The third strategy is development and implementation of user-friendly ICT tools and e-services to enhance knowledge management. We've, in the recent past, actually last year, we actually rolled out a service called My e-Parliament, which is an e-Parliament system, which actually is used to interface between the public and our members of parliament with an oversight of top management to see how members of parliament are performing and how they are able to respond to questions that are coming from the public in their particular constituencies. This is an online tool which we manage locally. And this was launched last year by the Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, and this is currently underway. We've deployed it in about 10 constituencies, about 20 constituencies, and feedback is actually being transferred directly from the public. Questions are being raised from the public directly to the members of parliament, and these are actually can end up to be items that can be discussed on the floor of the House using this application. So these are some of the innovations that we've actually been implementing in the recent past. We are also developing a monitoring and evaluation system within the parliament in line with the National Monitoring and Evaluation System. In the recent past, the Government of the Republic of Zambia has introduced what they call Constituency Development Fund. And these are funds that have been given to each particular constituency for development purposes in each and respective constituency. Based on this, the government like to monitor how funds are being utilized in the particular constituencies. In line of the same, we are developing M&E to monitor those projects and to report back the projects into the M&E system for the main government, where they can actually see how these funds are being utilized. All this is being done in order to provide transparency and easy to track of projects and stuff like that. So just to ensure that all these digital transformation activities that we're doing have effect and serve the people of Zambia, we are also doing conducting effective training on the effective use of ICT tools and services to the MPs and staff. So we're giving MPs training, the members of staff training, and stakeholders, our stakeholders awareness of these ICT tools and services. We're also building capacities within the MPs and the staff alike for the tools so that they can be using them efficiently and effectively. And we're also doing some assessment to see the satisfaction levels of these ICT tools that we're developing. I must say that these are some of the activities that we've implemented in the recent past. We started with a strategy, and after the strategy was adopted and signed by top management, now we've gone into where we're rolling out activities, and some of the activities are the ones that I've just mentioned. Right now, we're trying to come up with a consolidated platform where all these services can be accessed using a one view point where we just put them and people can click, and based on their right and roles, they should be able to access the tools that they need to conduct the businesses. We also developed what we call an online e-chamber platform. The e-chamber platform is the one that we use to interface people that are outside of Parliament when conducting business, and they're able to indicate, they're able to pull out documents that are shared on the floor of the House, reports, bills, and everything, and they can access them. We're using it as a document management. We're also using it for plenary sessions when Parliament is sitting. All these tools have actually been developed by ourselves in-house within the National Assembly, and we've got quite a number of projects that we've lined up ahead in our digital transformation journey. I end here.